So, take three, I guess. So, this is my opioid topic. Opioids are more dangerous than they seem. This is mainly because it took a long time for the medical community to discover how addictive they can be. So, opioids began when Purdue Pharma created a new pain-killing medicine in the 90s that used opioids as its main component. And even though they knew that it could be addictive to a certain degree, they heavily marketed and advertised and convinced doctors that it wasn't addictive at all. And through that, they created what is known today as the opioid crisis. Opioids work mostly by eliminating the sensation of pain. So while you're under the effects of an opioid, you don't feel pain, or most of the pain you're feeling is cut off. And this is convenient for people who have just had major surgeries or sports injuries or as such, because they stop feeling the pain, and this allows them to do other things instead of being in bed rest. But what opioids also do is flood your brain with dopamine, creating a sensation of euphoria. And after the effects of the drug wear off, you start having negative feelings such as anxiety and sadness. And to feel good again, you need the effects of the opioid. So through this process, you become addictive and then even more addictive, needing a higher dosage every single time. When compared to other when compared to other drugs, the addictiveness level of opioid is quite surprising because a few legal drugs such as alcohol and nicotine, they're both highly addictive, and opioid is even more addictive than them, while illegal drugs such as marijuana are less addictive than opioids. Opioids, aside from being highly addictive, they're also extremely dangerous because in certain amounts they can lead and are causes of death, meaning that a person taking too many opioids can end up dying. Another risk that people on opioid medication face is that after they become addicted, they may they may want to avoid needing to go to the doctor all the time to get the prescriptions or just avoid the medical costs. They might turn to heroin, which is another opioid, but is much more cheaper, but is found on the black market, which in itself creates its own problems.
Considering that, the year where most people died due to the opioid overdoses death was in 2016 with over 17,000 cases. And since then, the number has apparently been dropping. So, yes, opioid is a lethal drug.
Another big problem with opioids is that most people who decide to stop will face an uphill battle of almost never getting cured from the addiction. This basically means that for most of their life after they decide to stop, they will always need some sort of help, attention, medical support because of the effects of the drug. And they will basically always feel a craving and withdrawal effects of the drug because of how potent it can be. Now, this doesn't mean opioids have to be banned. Opioids can be used in extreme cases, but for the most part, most pain medication can help with most symptoms, and non medicinal methods are can be used as well. So even if opioids is something that is deemed necessary, asking your doctor or your health professional about the dosages and how long you're going to take it can help. And even if you do have to do this, having constant medical support and attention will drastically reduce your chances of getting addicted.